Okay, it's gonna be another video of jobs. I'm going to my inbox right now. I'm on my phone. I'm recording, trying to record the thing. Record. Yeah, here's one. Alright, so I'm not sure how much of this one I want to show on here, so I'm going to read some of it and I'll show what I can on it. I don't want to. I'll give links below for if you want more information on how to contact these people, but they're saying it's coming from Christian Vera, and they say that I found your resume on careerbuilder.com, another good site to put your resume on, by the way, and want to see if you're interested in a defensive cyber operations position at a base. We're looking for someone with a clearance eligibility, and they want a security plus and a CEH. The salary rate is between $800K, $1 million, no, $80K and $10K based on experience and certifications. And they only list those two certifications, so that's good. See if you can see how much money they're willing to give with just a security clearance and a certification. And those are low-level certifications, by the way. Now, I think they expect you to know what you're doing once you get in, but I'm just giving you the range of what this career field has for you if you're doing information security. Okay, if you're interested in this, please contact me back so I can set up a phone interview, and hiring manager is whatever the guy's name is. Okay, let me just give you a little bit more on this job here. They actually tell me what base it's on, but let's just go into like what they're really looking for here. They're looking for, okay, customer is a military, and they're looking for a background in system administration, network administration, and or cyber engineering. The candidate will be, oh shit. Oh, okay, good. Thought the mic was off. Okay. Disregard. Is this thing blurry or what? Okay, anyway. Defense Cyber Operations Mission Team Anomalies. They're looking for anomalies. So candidates should be familiar with Unix and Windows platforms, because all the tools that they use will be usually on one of those platforms, or Linux. Candidate will maintain integrity of security enterprise-wide cyber systems networks by performing one of the following functions: ensuring that the cybersecurity architecture and design of the customer system will be functional and secure with the ability to detect and respond to cyber events. Right, so with this one, essentially when they say ensuring that the cybersecurity architecture and design customer system, so the customer is going to be the military. That means that you have to have some idea of what the military is looking for as far as what design structure that they usually have, and all of that's really detailed in their policies. So it's not a big deal. It sounds really like a lot, but if you've done anything with the Department of Defense, if you are familiar with their policies at all, you should know that each branch of the military has their own policies that you can follow. It tells you what they're expecting, and really it's just in line with the best practices of the rest of the industry. So let's say that you're in the private sector, like you work for Google, Microsoft, Facebook, Instagram, whoever, right? And you know the best practices, you're a security guy and you know all the best practices. It will be not a problem for you to transition into the public sector, which is the federal government, state government, whatever, because all of their policies really match the best practices of the private sector, you know. So just wanted to put that out there. And if you're starting from scratch, if you don't know any of this, like I said before, the best thing to do is just to get the most basic IT help desk job you can get paid next to the lowest bottom rung of like 40 grand, 30 grand or whatever, just to get the experience, because that experience gives you a foot in the door for big jobs like this. All right, let's keep reading. Read a couple more of these just to give you an idea of what they expect you to do. Coordinate resources during enterprise incident response effort. So they're expecting you to be a part of a team. Like an incident, what they mean by that is like a system got hacked and they have to respond to that incident and know what to do. Like you're gonna coordinate and be a part of that team. Monitoring, analyzing, and detecting cyber events and situational awareness, attack, defense. So this is continuous monitoring. Continuous monitoring is huge in this space, because it's continuous monitoring, if you didn't know, is like watching events coming in and out of the system, mostly coming in the system, seeing what's going on, looking for anomalies, like things that are weird, like maybe there's 1,000 packets coming from one system that's in Ukraine or something. Like, why is it coming from Ukraine? Why are there so many? Why is there an interaction between this particular system that's on my network and this system in Ukraine? What's going on? That's an anomaly. So you're looking for stuff like that, and you're looking continuously using tools. You'll use a tool that actually will tell you, hey, this IP is from this country over here. It's coming here and it's doing this. You know, a tool will tell you to do that, but you got to kind of know how to use the tool, how to navigate the tool, and sometimes how to create rule sets and things like that. And they have different tools that you use to do that. Define system security requirements, assess system security architecture design, and support the development of a risk management framework program. Okay, that's right up my alley. That's the kind of stuff that I do, making sure that your system is technically in line with the policies and procedures for securing a system in the government. Supporting cybersecurity activities for space, ground, operations, logistics, identifying risks, release in line with the risk management framework stuff. Developing tactics, techniques, and procedures. This is like writing documents to say, okay, this is how we're going to do incident response. This is how we're going to do continuous monitoring. You have to write that down so that, let's say you leave, somebody else comes to take your place, they can just pick up where you left off and be like, okay, this is how they did it in the past, you know. So that's the kind of stuff that they're looking for. I will put a description of this job with contact information below if you're interested in this. They go on to say different requirements that they want, like as far as certifications. I'll just read a couple here for you. They're looking for DoD 8570 Information Assurance Technical Level 2, which includes Security Plus or GSEC, which comes from SANS, SSCP, CEH, or CCNA Security, which is a hard certification, by the way, for me anyway. Hands-on experience with network-level system monitoring capabilities, such as a SIEM is what they mention here as a tool. That's a security event information monitoring tool, such as Splunk, ArcSight. What other ones? I'm sure I'm forgetting some. Those are the ones that I'm most familiar with. But those things like that, a SIEM. There's many other ones that they use out there. And if you're familiar with one, typically you can master the other ones. Information security, best practices, network security architecture, Unix, Linux, TCP/IP networking, scanning technology. So this is right down the line of Security Plus. Basic stuff that you got to know. And I'll put the rest down below. Preferred expertise includes expertise in implementing continuous monitoring. They mention that over and over again. Logarithm tools. And then they list a whole bunch of other stuff. Education, bachelor's degree or equivalent, information technology or computer degree. So that's it. I'm going to stop reading this. I'm going to stop recording this. And again, I do these videos once a week so that you guys can get an idea, for the noobs, get an idea what this market looks like. If you're in, say, IT and you want to move into a more specialized field that pays a little bit better, this will give you an idea of what kinds of things that they're looking for. You'll see certain patterns if you watch the rest of these videos, which I'll link up here or over here, or down below, where you can see all the other videos I did, and you can see patterns of what they're looking for. You'll see that they often say Security Plus, because Security Plus, especially in the federal space, is a pretty well-respected, well-rounded, common knowledge for security best practices. But another one that they mention a lot is CISSP, CEH, that's another one. which is ethical hacking. So those are like some of the common things that they mention. You'll notice that they expect you to have a basic knowledge of the most popular operating systems: Windows, Linux, Unix. Not usually Mac for federal systems, but sometimes. They expect you to know risk management framework if you're doing federal government, and if you're doing compliance type stuff. You'll notice the difference between some of them are very technical and very specific, and you'll notice some of them are very more like management. They want you to know best practices, and they want you to write a bunch of documentation on the procedures and things like that. It's more like technical writing. It's kind of in line with what I do. So you'll notice like a spectrum of different jobs in the IT security field, and that's why I kind of read this. Another reason I do these is for people who do this for a living. This might give you an actual job opportunity, which you can see in the description below. That's it, guys. It's a really short video. Be sure to check out next week's video where I'll talk about another job from my inbox. And make sure you like and subscribe this video. Leave a comment in the description below if there's something that you want me to add to this. Add in the comments below. Also, you should know that I have a free course that's on my site here. I'll just put it right here. I'll put it right in this vicinity here. Called securitycompliance.thinkific.com, where I just teach basic stuff that I know on risk management framework. If you want to get into that stuff, they actually have to start changing some of the policies on it, so it's actually a good opportunity to start learning it. Okay, that's it. See you guys later.